I think it would be beneficial for you to talk about your experience. Gemma, listen to me. You have been through an extremely traumatic ordeal, and in my experience, the only way you can begin to move on is to talk about it.
I don't want to discuss it. I can't discuss it. Not yet.
Okay, compromise. I think the best way to move on is to articulate what you've been through. Would you feel more comfortable writing? If you can put pen to paper and write about what you've been through, it may help you come to terms with everything. I wouldn't have to read it, unless you wanted me to, of course. How does that sound, Gemma? That sound like the way to go forward?
I'll try to. You saw me before I saw you. In the airport that day in August. You had that look in your eyes, as though you wanted something from me, as though you'd wanted it for a long time. No one had ever looked at me like that before. With that kind of intensity, it unsettled me, surprised me, I guess. Those blue eyes, icy blue, looking back at me as if I could warm them up. They're pretty powerful, you know, those eyes. Pretty beautiful too. You blinked quickly when I looked at you, and turned away as if you were nervous. As if you felt guilty for checking out some random girl in an airport. But I wasn't random, was I? And it was a good act. I fell for it. It's funny, but I always thought I could trust blue eyes. I thought they were safe somehow. All the good guys have baby blues. The dark eyes are for the villains. The Grim Reaper, the Joker, zombies. All dark. I'd been arguing with my parents. Mum hadn't been happy about my skimpy top, and Dad was just grumpy from lack of sleep. So, seeing you, I guess it was a welcome diversion. Is that how you planned it? Wait until my parents had to go at me before you approached? I knew even then that you'd been watching me. There was a strange sort of familiarity about you. I'd seen you before. Somewhere. But who were you? I ordered my coffee and waited for it to be made. I fumbled with my money. I didn't look back, but I knew you were still watching. It probably sounds weird, but I could just feel it. The hairs on my neck bristled when you blinked. The cashier held onto the cup until I had my money ready. Kenny, his name badge said. Strange how I can remember that.
We don't take British coins here. Don't you have any bills?
No, I used them all up in London.
There's a cash machine next to a duty free. Let me buy that for you.
Your voice was low and soft, like it was meant only for me. And your accent was strange. Your eyes were too intense to stare into for long. You had a bill ready, foreign money. You smiled at me. I don't think I said thank you. Sorry about that.
Sugar? One? Don't worry, I'll do it. You sit down. Hey, it's okay. I don't bite. There's no other seats anyway. Not unless you want to sit with the Addams family over there.
You guided me toward where you'd been sitting. Other customers were near your small table, making me feel more confident to approach it. It took me 10 steps to get there. I walked in a kind of daze and sat in the chair facing the window. I watched you take the drink to the stand and lift the lid off. I saw you pour the sugar in, hair falling over your eyes as you bent your head. You smiled as you noticed me looking. I wonder if that was when it happened. Were you smiling as you did it? I must have looked away for a moment. Your hands must have been quick tipping it in. Did you use any kind of distraction technique, or was nobody looking anyway? It was some kind of powder, I suppose, though not much of it. Perhaps it looked like sugar. It didn't taste any different.
I'm tired.
Your eyes darted away, then back again, before you reached out your hand towards me. Your fingers were warm and rough on the back of my hand as you took it and held onto it, but didn't really shake it. You raised an eyebrow and I realized what you wanted.
Gemma. I'm Gemma.
You nodded as though you already knew. But, of course, I suppose you already did.
Where are your parents?
They've already gone to the gate. They're waiting for me there. I said I wouldn't be long, just getting a coffee.
When does the flight leave?
In about an hour.
And where's it going?
Vietnam. My mum goes all the time. She's a curator. Kind of like an artist who collects and
Your dad?
He works in the city. Stockbroker.
Suited and booted then?
Something like that. Pretty boring looking after other people's money. Not that he thinks so.
So, what is it you want to do then? Get a job like your dad? Travel like your mum?
That's what they'd like. I don't know. Nothing really seems right.
Not meaningful enough?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, they collect stuff. Dad collects people's money and Mum collects people's drawings. What do they really do that's theirs?
What does your mother collect?
Colours mostly. Paintings of buildings, shapes. Do you know Rothko? Mark Rothko? Well, that kind of stuff. I think it's pretty pretentious. All those endless squares. I paused to look down at your hand. It was still on top of mine. Should it be there? Were you trying to pick me up? No one at school had ever done it quite like that.
Sorry. I guess I'm a little tense.
What do you do? You're not still in school then?
I sort of make art too, I suppose. But I don't paint squares. I travel a bit. Garden, build, that sort of thing.
I nodded as if I understood. I wanted to ask you what you were doing here with me. If I'd seen you before, I wanted to know why you were interested. I wasn't an idiot. It was easy to see how much younger I was than you. But I didn't ask. I was nervous, I guess, not wanting you to be dodgy in any way. And I suppose it made me feel grown up, sitting there with the most handsome man in the cafe, drinking a coffee he had just bought for me. Maybe I didn't look all that young, really, I thought, even though the only makeup I wore was lip gloss. Maybe you looked old for your age.
I've never been to Vietnam.
Nor me. I'd rather go to America.
Really? All those cities? Those people?
Your fingers moved down to my chin. You pushed it up with your thumb to look at me, almost like you were studying me in the artificial lights above my head. And, I mean, you really looked at me, with eyes like two stars. You trapped me there like that. Kept me stuck to the spot of Bangkok airport as though I was something small drawn to the light. And I had wings fluttering away inside me, all right. Big, fat moth wings. You trapped me easily. Drew me towards you like I was already in the net.
Wouldn't you rather go to Australia?
Sure, everyone wants to go there. Are you Australian? Thai? So what's it like anyway, Australia?
You'll find out. How are you feeling?
Things changed then. I slowed down while everything around me sped up. It's amazing, really, what a tiny bit of powder can do.